Hi, today we're going to read Tissue Please. The author who wrote the words is Lisa Kopelke, and she also drew the pictures. Tissue Please. There's the title page. Frog and his friends did everything together. At recess, they played hopscotch and jumped together. In class, they sat at the same table and studied together. And when they had runny noses, they sniffled and snuffled together. Snurfle, they announced as they wiped their noses on their arms. Ahem, Mr. Sage replied. After school, Frog and his friends rode their bikes to dance class together. They were practicing for their recital. Frog loved ballet class. Lately, he had a hard time concentrating. He still had a runny nose, which made it difficult to dance. Snorkel! Frog ran out. Look at that runny nose. When his friends heard him, they remembered their noses were runny too. Soon the whole class was in one huge chorus of sniffles and snuffles as they wiped their noses on their arms. Miss Tutu was so disgusted, all she could say was, yuck! At home, Frog was enjoying his dinner, potato bug soup with fish crackers. He was in the middle of a big slurp when he realized he needed to sniffle. Snurf! Frog started. That's not polite at the dinner table, interrupted his father. Frog's mother leaped out of the room and came back with a box of tissues. Please use this instead, she suggested. Frog blew his nose into the tissue and was amazed at how well it worked. His nose felt great. And here's a napkin, an extra to keep in your pocket, added his father, just in case. It was the day of the big dance recital. Frog and his friends jumped across the stage into place. The crowd oohed as the curtain rose. In the middle of his grand play, Frog's nose began to run again, so he sniffled. It didn't work. Frog was getting ready for a gigantic snuffle when he noticed his teacher watching him off stage. Frog suddenly remembered the tissue. Frog quickly hopped over and took a tissue out of the box on the piano and hopped back into place. He blew his nose and finished his plie in one grand move, waving the tissue high above his head. Frog's friends were inspired. They each pirouetted across the stage, grabbing a tissue and a twirl. Oomph! They blew in a loud symphony. Then one by one, they waved their tissue over their heads, danced over and flung them into the trash. Miss Tutu was so proud, all she could say was bravo. The audience was impressed. Encore, they yelled. And from that day on, the dance of the tissue box fairies was the big finale of every dance recital. The end.